Jai Hind students. Today we will discuss about square root of a square number. We have a square number which is 25 here, and we know that this 25 is the result of 5 square. Here this 25 is the square of 5 and 5 is the square root of 25. There is a relation between these two numbers. 25 is the square of 5, but 5 is the square root of 25. We have more numbers, like if you are given 121, we obtain this as the square of 11. So here this 11 is the square root for this number, which is 121. Students, one more thing I need to discuss with you all. We are given a number 49, and you know that square of 7 results 49. Similarly, square of minus 7 also results 49. We have two square roots for this number 49. So for all perfect square numbers, we have two square roots. First is positive and second is negative. In this chapter, we will discuss only positive square roots. And positive square roots are represented by a symbol which is known as radical sign, and that is expressed on 49. We are given a square number like this, 81, and we have to find the square root of this 81. You can put this sign here with 81, which is radical sign, and the result is plus 9. Okay, you can take here minus 9 as the square root of the number, but this radical sign shows you the positive square root. Therefore, you take here 9 as square root. Now we will discuss some methods of finding square roots. So students, our first method of finding square roots is finding square roots through prime factorization. Our first method of finding square root is prime factorization method, in which we are given a square number and we are going to find the square root of that number. If we are given a number 6400, just arrange in this manner. Draw some vertical and horizontal lines like this and find the prime factorization first. We have the number 2, which is the least prime number which can divide 6400. Write here 2 and divide this 6400 by 2. And you know the quotient is what? 3200. Write the quotient here. This number is again divisible by 2. Write here 2. Again 2 is a prime number. The quotient comes is 1600. Divide this by 2. Again you will get 800. Divide this by 2. The quotient is 400. It is still divisible by 2. Now it is 200. Divide this by 2. Again you have 100. For the time it is divisible by 2, we have to divide. We get here 50. Still this 50 is divisible by 2. Write here 25. 25 is not divisible by 2. Now we select the next prime number, which is 3. And 3 also can't divide this 25. The next prime number which we have is 5. And 25 is divisible by 5. Write here 5. The quotient 5 comes here. Again it is divisible by 5. And you get a number. For the time you are not getting this number, you have to divide this by prime numbers. If we multiply these numbers, we will get again 6400. So we can write this like this: 2 into 2 into 2 multiplication of these numbers will give you 6400. Now the next step comes. You have to find pairs of the numbers. 2 and 2 make one pair, 2 and 2 make second pair, 2 and 2 make third pair, 2 and 2 make fourth pair, and here we have 5 and 5 for fifth pair. Now students, find one number from each pair. It is 2, again it is 2, it comes 2 and 2, and from this pair find 5. Multiply these numbers. 2 2 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 8 2 ja 16, and 16 5 ja 80. 80 is the square root of 6400. So this is the method which is called prime factorization method for finding square root. You can see the things again. You can have the screenshot and follow this order for finding the square root. This prime factorization method provide us some conclusions, like if you are getting a number unpaired in this series, the number is not a perfect square number. And if you want to have the example, let's see. We are given a number 200 and find the prime factorization of 200 first. Divide this by 2, you will get 100 first. It is divisible by 2, divide, and the quotient is 5. Again divide this, you will find 25. Now the number is not divisible by 2, divide this by 5, and the question comes 5. This time it becomes 1. So the prime factors are 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5, and when you are making pairs here, you have 5 and 5 first pair, you have 2 and 2 your second pair, but one number which is 2 is unpaired, and it says that the number 200 is not a perfect square. So what if we divide this number by 2 or multiply this number by 2? Students, if you multiply this number by 2, the complete multiplication will become 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 2. This 2 comes after the multiplication, and this time the pair is now completed. 5 and 5, 2 and 2. This 2 joins this 2 for making the pair. And now pairs of all the numbers are completed. So we can say that this number is perfect square number. And if you want to check, we multiplied here by 2. Multiply this 200 by 2. It was not a perfect square number, you know that. 196. After 196 you get 225 as a square number. So if you multiply this 200 by 2, you will get 400, and which is the perfect square of 20. Similarly students, if we divide this number by 2, we were given a number 2 which was unpaired, and if we divide this complete number by 2, this 2 will be eliminated. Now we have 2 into 2, 5 into 5, means if you divided the number by 2, the number which you get will be paired. No number is left which is unpaired. Similarly, if you divide this 200 by 2, let's see what the result is. Divide this 200 by 2, you will get 100, and which is a perfect square number, square of 10. So students, this prime factorization method will provide so many conclusions. You have to find them, you have to understand them and implement these things in your questions. If a number gives you a prime factorization in which a number is left unpaired, remove the number by division, you will get a square number, or you have to multiply by the same number to complete the pair here. This is the method of making a number perfect square, by multiplying or by dividing. The same number can divide and multiply for making square, as you have the example of 200. In case if you get more number unpaired, like if you get 3 into 5 unpaired, if we have a number 600 and we have to make this perfect square number, divide this by 2 first, you will get 300 here. Again divide by 2, the question comes 150. Divide this by 2, the question comes 75. Now this time the number is not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 3. Divide this by 3, the question comes 25. 5 and 5. Now you get 1 as a question. Multiplication of these numbers, which are prime number, will give you 600. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 5. Let's see how many pairs are given. 2 and 2, first pair. 5 and 5, second pair. But this 2 and 3, these both numbers are unpaired. So we need 1, 2 and 1, 3 for the completion of pairs. Now we have one more 2 and one more 3 by multiplication. If you arrange the numbers like this, 2 into 2, this 2 and this 2 comes here, 2 into 2. This 3 and this 3 comes here, 5 and 5. You can see we have all the numbers paired. But for this thing, you have to multiply the number by 2 into 3, means by 6. So, and you obtain this number by observation that which one number is unpaired. You got that 2 into 3 is unpaired, so you need 6 for multiplying here. So students, if you need to make a number square by multiplication, first find the prime factorization like this. Find the number which is unpaired, multiply the number by the same number. What if we need to divide to make a number square number? We were given this number 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 5. And if you divide this number by unpaired numbers, here 2 and 3 are unpaired, divide this by unpaired numbers. We have now 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. This 2 can cancel this 2, this 3 can cancel this 3. Now we have a number which is complete square number because it has pairs only. No number is left unpaired. So what is the result of multiplication? You can see 2 2 ja 4, 4 5 ja 20, 25 ja 100. 100 is a square number. By dividing or multiplying the number which is unpaired, we can make a number perfect square number.